Today is the 14th day of December 2014, and I'm very happy to have an old friend, Dayanand, with us today to speak about the usual things that we talk about, how he first heard of the mother, and his work in Auroville, which was very, very important. Dayanand, welcome. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
How your parents knew of Sri Aurobindo and mother?
Yes. You see, I remember those days when I was very young. I was very young and we belonged to a very middle class family. And while walking on the beach in Chennai, I remember Madras beach, my relation, one was a doctor, he told to my dad, Sri Aurobindo has passed away, we are going to see his body. Yeah. So that changed the whole thing. When I heard the name of Sri Aurobindo and that he's left his body and they are going, I wanted very much to come here. But I was hardly in my teens, so I couldn't take a decision. But that remained. That word, that incident remained part of my conscience all the time. It never left me. So after that, soon, one after another incidents brought me here. One after another.
Did your father have any contact with Sri Aurobindo?
He must have, because he was a touring officer. He was always touring, just like me. I used also touring. That's how I landed in Pondicherry. So my father, all of them, my father first met Swami Ramdas. And I also met Swami Ramdas. And when I met Swami Ramdas and Krishna Bai Mataji, she said, Swami Ramdas said, it's all right, you have come to me. His glowing body, yellow, glowing gold. Swami Radha, you must have read about it. He said, your place is in somewhere else, not here. He told me, Swami Ram, your place is here. That's all right, that I forgot. Then next day, you see how are the miracles happening. Somebody whom I never heard, and neither my wife Anjani heard, called Anjani. She was then a secretary in the government of India, government of Tamil Nadu. Okay, this person calls himself Bashir Baba. He said, my name is Bashir Baba and I am commanded to go to your house on your birthday, which is 5th March. And she was stunned. And she said, we are hardly married. And he told, well, Dayanand's job is not in the government. He has to go somewhere. That will happen through Sai Baba. He will reach here. And when I reached here, finally, the miracle was, when I reached here, ahead of me in the queue was the same Baba who reminded, saying, there I told you, you remember? Now you are here. He told me. Then afterwards, we asked the mother. Mother said, he's a very good soul. So he appeared and he disappeared.
Can you tell us a little bit about the first time you went before mother?
The first time was the best time, I think. Because I was a student in the Annamalai University doing my master's degree. That too in effect of music on plants. And effect of music on plants. And mother was very interested in that. And my professor, Dr. DSc, T.C.N. Singh, he was a great paleontologist. But he was interested in the effect of music on plants. So I was part of that group. And mornings we used to play. You have to replicate the experiments with different plants. And we used to replicate the plants, the distance between the plants, and the music, duration of music, how the protoplasm moves faster when you play music. We saw after playing music for half an hour, you take they put it in a formalin and look under the microscope. You see that the protoplasm has started moving faster. So it is responded to the music and is doing its work faster. So it's growing faster, blossoming faster. So classical music had this effect. So he brought us here to the mother. Then I remember first time when the group went, I was there in the playground. In the playground, I placed my head at her feet. When I lifted up, she gave me Hymn to Durga. Hymn to Durga first time. And when I couldn't get up, I was just crying. Tears were falling down my eyes. So I was standing for a long time. Then my professor said, come. So after that I came. But after that the change was over. I saw the divine light. After that, it was a matter of time. Yes.
Now, Bose was carrying on experiments in music.
Yes.
And I remember he was playing some music and he had a lot more crop of tomatoes.
Mm.
And I think it was not classical.
Mm.
I think it was jazz or something like that.
No, whatever.
Interesting experiments on music.
This has been published. This is published.
Yes.
How classical music, it relishes. And if it is live, the better. If it is live and the person puts his life into the music, then you can communicate with the plant. It's not just mechanical music. There should be life. Then there is a response.
When did you finally move to the ashram?
Finished.
What year?
That is, first I saw her in 54.
54.
And 66, I came here to ask, I was asked to go to Oxford. I was one of the few selected from Government of India to go to Oxford. I said, what will I do going to, they gave me a fellowship and said, go to Oxford. What will I do? I asked mother, what should I go? What should I do? Then mother said, you go, but north of Auroville, there is a Kaluveli swamp. You study the reclamation of the Kaluveli swamp, because someday Auroville Olympics may be held.
She told
me, but I couldn't take that subject only because it was not very big for my study, because it was a long period study. So I took reclamation of saline soils and alkaline soils in Tamil Nadu with special respect to Kaluveli swamp.
Nice.
Yes, that is how I did. That is how I did, and that is how she protected me there. She saw my room where I was staying like that, and I sent pictures with her glass. She saw my room. She said, it's all right. Then Anjani wanted to come with me. She said, no, you won't go, you will stay here. So I went and I came back.
So you moved here permanently?
Yes, 67.
67.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, that was just a year before the Auroville inauguration.
1 year before that. Before that, you see what was happening. I was to go around perambulating. My work, I had to go all over the state. So I used to come frequently to Pondicherry and halt, but stay in Golconda. Golconda. Then Nama saw me and told me, since you are here, why don't you go and, that was 65 or so, why don't you go and perambulate the area near Puturai and Pattanur, because mother wanted Auroville to have plenty of water. Wherever there is water, walk over the area, make a recce. After making a recce, come and tell me whether it is purchasable. So we started buying land from Puturai and Pattanur side, this side. But then all was over. We have bought a lot of things there. There was no place. So we had to shift. All Puturai side you will find Aurobindo and all back up to that. Then that side we have purchased. We have purchased at behind Aurowood. Some huge land is there. So much land we bought on that side, but that was shifted. And then at that time she gave me this in writing.
Will you read it?
Huh?
You read it.
This is dated 12/9/1967. Dayananda. A week ago I have said that all purchases, all, not land, all purchases and payment should be made by and through you. All purchases for Auroville, not land. All bricks, cement, everything should be made by and through you. I have even written a paper to that effect. I hope this purchase has not been made afterwards, because I had told somebody I had done purchase without my knowledge. That is in 67.
What was it like in those early days?
Oh.
Purchasing land, going around.
Then, there were no road, there were only car tracks. There were only car tracks, and there were only, you had this thorny jungle. And so first buying the land was very difficult, because the people who were there for centuries have been attached to the land. No, they have been settled, they were peacefully settled in the land, though they were poor, though they were raising crops by what is we call, normal, what's that? Manavari, that is depending on the monsoon.
Right.
So they were all dry farming, all in that area, because there was no water. We used to do dry farming. So they are used generation to generation, they are very difficult. Why should we give up our land? They were illiterate, no communication, no phone, no cell, no water, no telephones also anywhere. We had to come very far for a telephone. So we used to go and locate the purchasers. We had to first get what is known as field measurement book. You need the entire village field measurement book in your hand. So that what the farmer says, we have to know the survey number and the measurements. Then go to the field after the price is fixed. Then we can't just put the stone like that. See, all around are different people. So we have to go to all the people around us. We have to meet and talk with them. Each purchase is very difficult. Takes time, so much you have to give yourself. Because you met, this is my land, that doesn't mean the other fellow will allow you. Please come, let us sit and talk together. We are going to put it like this.
For access.
So, yes,
yes.
everything nearby store. So sit with them, talk with them, and slowly measure. If they agreed, then we used to put at every chain, I used to put, granite stones. They may be still there. But I have put granite stones with AV, marked AV. Everywhere we used to put. And proceed like that one by one. But the problem was they were so illiterate, they didn't know, how to take money. You have to go to their house, count the cash. He has no savings bank account, nothing. Count the cash, take him to the honor sub-registrar's office, sit there, get them registered. Like that, everything was time consuming and needed a lot of effort. So on the total, we purchased 500 acres, I think, because mother was very upset, must do it fast. See, that's the thing, do it fast. There was no time. There was time, if there was time, infinity. They said, get it done. So we got and surveyed everything, and I have personally kept the record, which I handed over, of 1,116 documents when I handed over. And the entire estate I was managing, as you know, single-handed. No tree was cut, no fruit was stolen by anybody, no complaints against the villagers, nothing. Till Purtu started, used to bring it here and give in dining room and in the corner house, like that dispensary. We have numbered the trees. And I used to bring every
You
flower.
numbered the trees also.
Yes, trees had been numbered. Every tree has been numbered. And one gentleman, that's why you see what importance mother gave. One gentleman, the center field, there was a huge area which we had bought, then called center field. And there were hundreds and hundreds of these palm trees. So one gentleman wanted to cut his tree because he was building his house. So he won't listen to me after all, but I'm not his boss. I am doing my work. He saw the tree there, it would be nice to cut it and build his house. So when I went and told the mother, wrote and gave it to mother, so and so he wants to cut the tree. She said, no, ask him to come to me. Ask him to come to me.
And what happened?
He didn't cut the tree, of course.
Yeah.
He never touched the tree.
Who did you work with?
I had 3 sets of surveyors. See, all the time I was surveying there in the field. We had 3 sets distributed in one in Bombay, Palayam area. We were buying simultaneously in different areas. So we were there. My only contact was Navajata.
Ah,
He has to give the money.
yes.
He has to give the money.
Yes.
So,
Now I'm going to ask you a difficult question.
no.
And that question is, people are asking 60 lakhs an acre now, maybe even 100 lakhs, some places 1 crore. How will this change?
It is an impossible situation. Never, I think, anybody dreamed of this situation. We bought at 200, 300, 400. Now it has gone all, I don't want to say, but I think from inside Auroville, somebody is doing, what is that called?
Yeah.
Land?
Yeah.
What is it? Real estate.
Yeah, we've heard of the people.
Real estate.
Yeah.
I know the people.
Now,
Yes.
I'll tell you something. In 1970, we had 2 conflicting groups. I was on one side with a group, and then there was another group. This one group said, give these people whatever they want, it is their land, and need not be in a rush. I said, buy the land now, we have to buy the land
Yes,
now.
it has to be bought.
So I went to Monsieur Andre, and I said, Monsieur Andre, will you ask Mother? And he came out to the center, and we were all there, and he said, this is what Mother says. Buy the land now.
Yes.
You do not know the power of greed.
I know this. Should have bought, but the money was necessary. Actually, Navajata was one of the very few rare individuals who could command so much resources. He was a rare personality in commanding resources. I remember the Prime Minister of India, when I had gone to her, I used to frequently meet her. When I met Indira Gandhi once and I was sitting, she asked me, come on, tell me now. How does Nava manage to have so much contacts and how does he get money? Imagine Indira Gandhi asking
you.
I said, Madam, I don't know, because that is not my part. I do the work. That the Prime Minister of India should come to notice the contact of this. I've never met anybody who he had nothing personal. He gave his entire life, all his wealth, everything to. But his capacity to get money, there is nobody else. After he went away, what can you do? He went on a tour to get money. In the meantime, now Shyam Sundar, the internal rivalry started. Shyam Sundar took over. Shyam Sundar couldn't get anything, nothing. Where is comparison?
I think Madan Lal got a lot for the Matrimandir.
Matrimandir, yes.
Yes.
Matrimandir. He was specially.
But land purchase was
No,
Nava.
not
Navajata.
Yes, Navajata sold resource, all.
I see.
All, not only land purchase, every purchase that I made, bricks, stones, cement, wood, anything, road making material, all material, Navajata will. Navajata means Jaidev was the secretary, the account.
How long did you do this work? From what year to what year?
66, before 65 to 73.
Oh,
73 it is hand over, no? 73, then when mother passed away, there was so much infighting and all that, infighting, unfortunately.
yes.
But for me, it is a joy, it was a joy. I never felt I was working, I have told you that.
Yes.
It was sheer joy. I don't think we should recount. I knew heaven had come down on earth. I knew I was living in heaven. I had no needs. I had never felt the need of anything. I never carried money. I never had anything. No, I knew I was there. And I was so happy. Nothing. It was so nice. And I always, what can I say? It was so beautiful. And I still feel it will be done.
It will be done.
It has to happen.
Yes.
Actually, even today I felt there will be a breakthrough. There has to be a breakthrough. I don't know how. I don't know that. But I am sure there will be a breakthrough. It has to be.
How often did you see Mother?
As often as I wanted. As often, but we used to go every Sunday with Satya, my son.
Oh,
Every Sunday was an accepted thing. Every Sunday we used to go. And Satya used to play in mother's room. And Anjani will scold him, don't move. Mother said, leave him alone. Leave him alone, let him play. Let him play. So like that slowly went to mother, she slowly.
can you tell us some remembrances of the older sadhaks, Nalini, Champaklau, Madhav Pandit, anyone, please?
That was a different era. That was totally it was something, how can you say this thing? I don't know how to express these things. Nalina was so fond of me. All his books he gave, all the books he wrote, he signed and gave every volume. Every one of them, Amrita, full of love and laughter and cheer. Full of laughter, cheer. It was a glorious days. Mother was the height of her capacities. Height of her capacities. And then the fights started, they say 72, then I could hear. That I don't only think is close. Mother always used to say, people are asking me about material things. Nobody is asking. That stuck in my mind. I don't know how. Those days when Srirabandhu sent in, she wanted to give. She said, everybody is asking me materially. Because I had never asked her anything materially. So I decided to ask her what I needed, what a man takes a birth for. And wrote it to her and read it to her. But I won't tell you what I wrote and get. And she gave it to me. Yes, tatastu, may it happen. I said, please grant me this boon of union with the divine. Mother said, granted. And after that, I came down and showed it to Nalida. Nalida, it is done.
You studied a lot of trees also.
Yes, sir.
You knew all the species in the area.
Naturally, I'm a botanist. I am a Master of Science in Botanist. I did PhD in embryology.
I see.
Yes, embryology. Then I went to Oxford, I told you. Then I had a FAO fellowship. I went and studied various ecosystems. All that is of no consequence. When you come to the mother, all those things are of no consequence. All this worldly recognition, if I tell you, you will be surprised. Even your American government recognized me. I was the leader of the Indian wheat team. Morarji Desai said, you go and buy wheat for us. With 6 people, I was the leader of the Indian wheat team to America. I was the guest of the American state. A secretary had been given to me to look after all my baggage, luggage, booking, everything. From landing in New York up to Honolulu, they took care of me, all the bread basket, everything I saw. And there was a grand occasion when all the American businessmen, they knew everything about India. They have everything, all details, prices, how much stock we have, where we have. So I was surprised, and there was a 200 businessmen coming in Portland, and they presented, the speaker presented, I got it at my house, for developing Indo-American economic friendship. We give this citation to Mr. Dayanand, leader of the Indian wheat team. But that's nothing, that is all her work. There is no meaning. Maybe I carry that force. I am not a speaker. I have never spoken. I don't speak. You wouldn't have seen me anywhere speaking. I don't speak. There is nothing to speak. Seeking itself is full time. When seeking is full time, speaking has no time. I never, tell me one occasion where I have spoken. This is the only time I am talking. I never.
You were here when Mother left her body?
Surely. I was one of the first. I went 3:30, 4 o'clock with Satya, woke him up. Woke Satya up, he was sleeping. We came there, nobody was there. Nobody was there. But what a strange thing was, when I went and Satya stood there, something extremely cold, what how could you describe? Something came down, something like peace, something very cold and comforting came down. Absolutely still. Absolutely still. And this young boy never asked anything. What? Nothing. Entire mind became stilled. And we came back. But that is still troubling me. I don't accept Mother's passing away, leaving her body. I don't accept. Because she had been ordered by Sri Aurobindo, you will remain here till the work is done. And Mother said, Sri Aurobindo, the Lord will remain here in Earth's atmosphere till the new world is established already. So I do not believe she could have left voluntarily, because she had put in so much effort and so much change. She has described you, as you are well aware. She saw her body. She only said, I don't know how this will become that or that will become this. That is the only thing, last thing left. So she was at that critical point. So I believe something has happened. I don't want to say.
No, it's all right.
I don't.
It's all right. What do you do these days?
That's a good question. I'm all the time thinking of the Lord. I was taking this government of Tamil Nadu, this Pondicherry there, all that. I was their consultant in tsunami relief, in environment, in science and technology, in forestry, wildlife. I was a nodal officer also for the government of Pondicherry to see that work is done. I am not come here to do work for Pondicherry government. I did it, but they used me. I was going. They said, you don't have to go anywhere. You see, that is your office, your home. We will come to you. So they came. I went and saw them doing their work.
How will water come to Auroville? How will Auroville get the water it needs?
See, the main problem with Auroville has been that the Auroville has isolated itself with the government of Tamil Nadu, which I think is extremely unfortunate. Government of India has nothing to do with Auroville. It is in the state of Tamil Nadu. You have to have close contact with the government of Tamil Nadu, the officials of Tamil Nadu, the chief minister of Tamil Nadu, the governor of Tamil Nadu, the chief secretary of Tamil Nadu. You have to go and interact and speak to them and get it done. If Anjani was there, it would have done. There was nobody. Why are the chairman and secretary there in Auroville? They should have been going and calling. Secretary should have been a Tamil Nadu cadre officer.
From an ecological viewpoint, how do you see water coming to
That's
Auroville?
what I'm saying. If we had good contact with them, we have to take the whole area, that area, not only Auroville, all nearby area, and start putting, check dams, this dam, all those brushwood dams, and all soil conservation and water conservation methods with the help of Tamil Nadu government, so that the water seeps down instead of going into the sea.
Yes.
It can be done if you take the whole thing together, not isolate Auroville. Alone you can't do. It flows from there, no? It is not Auroville's water. It is flowing from Tamil Nadu. It flows.
Yes.
It's regularly flowing.
Yes.
So if you had intense cooperation, that is, we would have benefited immensely, because we would have been part of the district of Villupuram, and the collector is bound to help in every district development meeting to allot funds to do the works. We would have by now progressed very far if only they had contact, they had come down, and they thought, they are very big people. Big people can't do work. They should have met the chief minister, they should have met the chief secretary. I would have done that. I would have done it. I wrote and told the government, I will do it. Give me a chance. I will get it done. It was not difficult because I knew everybody. Anjan knew everybody. We had a lot of friends. We could have done. It has to be a watershed area. You have to take the watershed.
Yes. Yes.
You can't deal it individually.
What do you feel about desalination?
Where do I start? I was also doing that work. That's interesting. Udar got a project on raising cash crops with seawater. He got it. Then mother told him, you hand it over to Dayanand. You can't do, you hand it over to Dayanand. So I started that seawater irrigation research project in front of Pondicherry University. We have got 20 acres on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
On the beach.
Yeah.
I started that work there. How with saline water you can raise cash crops, even sugarcane.
Really?
It is all there on record.
How did you do it? How did you achieve it?
It's an impossibility, because people are laughing at me. If I carry buckets of water from the sea, imagine I'm carrying buckets of water from the sea to plant. They are laughing. Enna sir pandringa?
Yeah.
So because whatever pump I keep, either it gets eroded in no time or it floats away. It is lost. Now if I put a motor, how do I come in to bring it to the... Very difficult. Anyway, we achieved it by fixing it, but we raised crops. We gave a report to the government in India, and they were happy with it. But your question was salinity coming into the water table.
Well, there are two questions. One,
There is salinity is intruding into the
it's
place.
intruding now.
Yes, it has gone miles inside because of overexploitation and non-application of rules by the government servants. The law is there. All laws are there. You have to apply the rules.
Well, we see the taps open, running, open tap all day, all night.
No, leave the taps. Seawater has entered into the water table, pushing this back. So government has to supply fresh water in tankers. It's a very precarious situation. And getting worse because there's going on, sanctioning colonies to come up. More borewells. I said stop. And I got them, by the way, because the Chief Minister, Mr. Vaidalingam, had very great regard for me, because I worked with his father. He came, he said, you don't do climb, I'll come. We sat. We got the bird sanctuary sanctioned. Usteri Bird Sanctuary.
Oh, Usteri.
Yes.
Wow.
It's a bird sanctuary. We got it sanctioned.
I've been there.
But then, I'm telling you the problems. Even then, the PWD people were telling that, sir, if you declare that sanctuary, you have to permit us to take water from the Usteri lake because there is no water in Pondicherry. We have to dig bore wells into the Usteri lake and take water. That is an alarming situation.
Is desalination possible?
Yes. Depends on the extent.
Without cost? Without...
Yes, reverse osmosis. The reverse osmosis process is there.
Uh-huh.
Yes, somebody can. It is a well-established process. If Israel can do it, why can't we do it?
Yes, Israel is doing it
If
very
Israel
well.
can, why can't we do it?
Now, you haven't mentioned Nirodbaran or Champaklau.
What? How? What? There you know. I am no. I am not worthy of talking of all these people. I am no. I am too close to them. No, please.
Some memory, some recounting something that people will be moved.
What can I tell? So if I was so close with him, what can I? He seemed to be in absolute communication with the Divine Mother. I remember when I went one time, she was in a trance. Then I had taken an important letter to her. One of those boons I had asked. Mm-hmm. One of those boons. And mother was in a trance. So he called her, and Dayanand has come. So I read out the letter in mother's ear. Mother's ear. If you shout, she can't hear. If you speak softly, she can hear. If you speak softly, she can say, I read to her, and she heard it. Immediately she heard it. Champakla knew what she was going to do. So he immediately rushed with a pad and a pen and gave it to her.
Nirodbaran, any contact?
Yes. Nirodbaran too, I had good contact. I don't know where to start. This will go on because each person, if I take, Harma Mridha, Nirodha, these are all. There are two grades. I am a simpleton. I am just doing field work. I can't.
Mother is with us, working on us.
That is for sure.
You said
That is for sure.
She granted you a boon.
Yes. Anjani prevented it actually. Don't ask such things because along with that will come great difficulties. Naturally you can. I have stood all the, you have received so many beatings. It's not that boon comes and everything, it's not that. You have to be prepared. See, you have to rise. It is not that something is given and then it crushes me. No. So I have to go up. That boon has to come down and settle down in me. So something has to be pulverized and made into. So I have gone through intense problems. It's not problems. Well, I know behind every problem there is given equally and much more force, power to me than the problem. That I am certain. If I have a problem, I know I can win. Because the power to, I am his to the infinity. Who can stop me? Who can stop me? When people ask me, what is there with you, how much money? I said, I don't have money, but I can command, I can get whatever I want. I don't have to keep it. Why should I keep it? So many times people know that I have no money. They gave me plane tickets, do this, because they gave me cars also, I gave away. What will I do? Whatever is needed, she gives. She has given me what I have never even ever dreamed in my life. Never dreamt that such things exist. Never in my dreams. I was just something she has done, marvel out of this very ordinary person.
Well, thank you for coming.
I just want to read my prayer to the mother. My prayer. I am doing this last prayer. Oh Ma, the drama of my life has been played out on the blazing summer fields of destiny. Now in the cool of the evening, please take your child home. Please take your child home, cradled in your arms, absorbed in your gaze, and lost in your love.